Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Scheller. On November 8, 2016, after watching the results of the presidential election, I did what any reasonable person seeking enlightenment would do. I logged onto Facebook. There I met my feminists at arms, Liz Radford and Ann Schulhammer. Soon thereafter, a simple Facebook post by Liz turned into hundreds of us planning the Women's March on Chicago. Hundreds soon grew into thousands. When we began this journey together, I could not have imagined standing on Jackson Drive on the morning of January 21 and watching over 250,000 people pour over the Congress Parkway Bridge. It was one of the biggest marches in the country. I had never done anything like this before. In my real life, I'm an attorney. But my most important job, I'll get there, is being a mother to my 6-year-old twins, Charlotte and Grayson. Like so many of you, I try, no. I was making jokes before that everyone liked Hillary Clinton better after she started crying, so I figure maybe that will work for me today as well, too. So keep that in mind. But like so many of you, I try to instill in my children the concept of our shared humanity, that every single person has inherent value and dignity. Except throughout 2016, they were bombarded by images that told them the opposite. From the Brock Turner rape case to the tolerated misogyny of the 2016 campaign, I struggled to make sense of everything, not only for myself, but for my children. I needed to do something. I needed to set a better example. I needed to be with others who shared my hope for a more civil future. I needed to march. Little known fact, the Women's March on Chicago would not have happened without Chicago Foundation for Women. And I mean that literally. The march would not have happened. CFW provided us with the insurance to get the permit to march. CFW's support of the march itself was critical. CFW's support of the march itself was critical, but the march was a flashpoint in a larger movement for equity. Chicago Foundation for Women is here to fuel that movement. It is here to support the critical work that goes on between the marches. CFW's investments have helped pass over 30 pieces of pro-women and girls legislation just over the past 2 years. CFW grants have increased the average salary for 422 women, many of them single mothers, from $12,000 to $32,000 per year. CFW develops new generations of leaders and philanthropists like Okesia and Carla so that they can lead the next march. And CFW does the due diligence and ensures every dollar I give goes where it is most needed and can do the most good. So I ask you to join me and to keep us marching on. I ask you to help create a Chicago where marches for women's rights are confined to the history books. A Chicago where Charlotte and Grayson, 20 years from now, will look at pictures of the Women's March on Chicago and wonder how it was ever possible that it was needed in the first place. I'm asking you to join me by making a donation to Chicago Foundation for Women today. And thanks to the generosity of our co-chair, Joe Moore, her husband, Art, and the Patricia Moore Foundation, your donation will be matched dollar for dollar. Please make an investment in the future of Chicago's women and girls by making a donation to CFW today. Remember, every dollar you give today will be doubled, and every dollar counts. On your tables are envelopes that contain the information you need to make a gift today. I'll give you a moment to get yourselves organized.